Do you have a graveyard of abandoned dreams? That half-written novel, that language app you stopped opening, those 10 projects started with excitement and left to gather dust. If you feel the constant weight of unfinished things, then you need to hear about the man who learned the secret to completion. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between green hills and winding roads, there lived a young carpenter named Leo. Leo was 28 years old, skilled with his hands, and overflowing with creative ideas. But Leo was haunted by a single problem. He could not finish anything. His workshop was a tomb of half, built furniture, a chair with 3 legs, a table without a surface, a cabinet with no doors. Every corner held the ghost of an abandoned dream. When neighbors asked, "Leo, when will that bookshelf be ready?" he would smile nervously and say, "Soon. I just need to work on something else first." But soon never arrived. His father, a respected carpenter who taught Leo everything, would visit and sigh. "My son," he would say, shaking his head, "a carpenter is not measured by how many projects he starts. He is measured by how many he finishes." A Leo would nod, promise to do better, and then start another project. He told himself, "This time will be different. This chair will be the one." But within days, a new idea would spark a more exciting challenge, and the half-finished chair would join the others. Leo felt deep shame, but he could not break the pattern. Every night he lay in bed under the weight of incomplete things. The guilt pressed on his chest like a stone. He whispered to the darkness, "Why can't I finish what I start? What is wrong with me?" One spring morning, Leo received the opportunity of his life. The mayor's daughter was getting married and wanted a special hand-carved wooden chest for her husband. She came to Leo's workshop, saw his talent in the unfinished pieces, and said, "I know you can create something magnificent. I will pay you well. I need it in 3 months." Leo's heart leaped. This was his chance to prove himself. He accepted immediately. For the first 2 weeks, he worked with passion. The chest began to take shape. The wood was perfect. The carvings were exquisite. Everyone who saw it said, "Leo, this will be your masterpiece." But then he saw a beautiful design for a jewelry box in a book. Just a small project, he told himself. "I will finish it quickly, then return to the chest." The small project became a medium project. Then another idea came. 3 months passed like water through his fingers. The wedding day arrived. The chest sat in the corner of his workshop, unfinished. No lid, no lock, half the carvings incomplete. Leo stood at his door, listening to the wedding bells ring in the distance. The mayor's daughter had hired another carpenter. Leo had lost the job, the money, and his reputation. But worse than all of that, he had lost respect for himself. He sat on the workshop floor, surrounded by dozens of unfinished pieces, and for the first time he cried. He cried not because he failed once, but because he had failed the same way for years. He looked at his skilled hands and whispered, "I am tired of being the man who almost did something great." That evening, broken and desperate, Leo walked to the edge of the village where an old master carpenter named Elias lived. Elias was known for 2 things: his perfect craftsmanship and his silence. He rarely spoke, but when he did, his words carried the weight of decades. Leo knocked on the workshop door. Elias opened it, looked at Leo's red eyes, and simply said, "Come in." The workshop was small but immaculate. Every tool had its place. In the center of the room sat a simple wooden stool, perfect in every detail. "Master Elias," Leo said, his voice shaking, "I cannot finish anything. I have talent, I have ideas, but I cannot complete what I start. How do you do it? How do you finish everything perfectly?" Elias did not answer immediately. He picked up a small block of wood and a carving knife. He sat and began to carve slowly. After several minutes of silence, he spoke. "Leo, do you see this wood?" Leo nodded. "Inside this wood is a spoon, but right now the spoon is trapped, invisible. My job is to remove everything that is not the spoon." He carved away a thin layer. "If I stop now, it is just damaged wood, worthless." He carved another layer. "If I stop now, it is still nothing, just more damaged wood." He continued, stroke by stroke. "But if I keep going, if I remove one layer, then another, never stopping until the spoon emerges, then I have created something complete, something useful, something valuable." Elias looked directly at Leo. "Every project has a wilderness period. The beginning is exciting, new ideas, new possibilities. The end is satisfying, completion, pride, results. But the middle is where dreams go to die." He held up the half-carved wood. "The middle is hard, boring, frustrating. You doubt yourself, new ideas seem more exciting. That is when most people quit. But here is the secret, Leo. Finishing is not about motivation. Motivation fades. Finishing is about commitment to the process, even when it is no longer exciting." Elias placed the half-carved wood in Leo's hands. "For the next 30 days, I want you to do something different. Choose one project. Just one. The smallest, simplest project in your workshop, and make a promise. You will touch that project every single day, even if only for 10 minutes until it is complete, even if you do not feel like it, even if it is boring, even if a better idea comes. He leaned closer. Finish one thing, Leo, just one. Because the man who can finish one thing can finish anything. Leo returned home that night, holding the half-carved wood like a sacred object. He looked at the chaos of his workshop and made a decision. He chose the simplest piece, a small wooden stool needing only a few hours of work to complete. This one, he said aloud, I will finish this one. The next morning, before his mind could create excuses, he worked on the stool for 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. It was not exciting. It was not glamorous. But he did it. Day 2, 10 minutes. Day 3, 10 minutes. On day 5, a brilliant new idea for a mirror frame came. His hands itched to start it, but he remembered Elias's words. He touched the stool instead. 10 minutes. Some days he worked for 10 minutes. Some days, once he started, he worked for an hour because the momentum carried him. But he never skipped a day. On day 12, something shifted. The stool was nearly finished. He could see the end. And for the first time in years, he felt something he had forgotten. Pride. Not pride in starting, pride in continuing. On day 18, he sanded the final surface. On day 21, he applied the last coat of finish. On day 23, the stool was complete. Leo placed it in the center of his workshop and sat on it. It held his weight perfectly. It was simple, but it was finished. Whole. Complete. He felt something break inside him, not painfully, but like a dam releasing pressure. Tears came, but this time they were different. For the first time, he understood. He was not broken. He just needed to learn how to finish. He chose a second project, then a third. Each time, the same rule. Touch it every day until complete. No jumping to new ideas, no abandoning halfway. Weeks became months. Leo's workshop transformed. The half-finished graveyard disappeared, replaced by completed furniture. Each piece was a testament to commitment. 6 months later, the mayor's daughter returned. She had heard about Leo's transformation. Can you still make me that wedding chest? She asked. For our anniversary? Leo smiled. Yes, and this time I will finish it. And he did. My friend Leo's story is not just about carpentry. It is about you. It is about me. It is about every person who has started something with passion but left it incomplete. Here is the truth. Finishing is a skill, not a talent. And like any skill, it can be learned. Remember 3 things. First, the middle is always hard. That is not a sign you should quit. That is a sign you are exactly where every successful person has been. Second, finished beats perfect. A completed simple project is worth more than 10 brilliant ideas that never happened. Third, touch it daily, even for 10 minutes, because consistency defeats motivation every single time. So here is my challenge to you. Look around your life at the half, read books, the abandoned goals, the projects you started with excitement but left behind. Choose one, just one, the smallest one. Make a promise for the next 30 days. You will touch that project every single day, even if only for 10 minutes until it is complete. Because the moment you finish one thing, you prove to yourself that you can finish. And that changes everything. You are not a person who cannot finish. You are a person who has not learned how to finish yet. But today, that changes. If this story gave you the push you needed to finally complete something, please share this video and subscribe to Stories of Motivation for more journeys like this. Drop a comment below telling me what is the one project you are going to finish in the next 30 days. Let us hold each other accountable.